Anyways, thank you, Ryan. Anyway, before I get started, I'm Jack. I'm the best man, by the way, if you don't know me. My father, Tim, would like to say a few words.
Well, for Shannon's side of the family, I'm Kurt's dad, so we kind of look alike a little bit. But anyways, what I want to say most of all is, number one, congratulations to Kurt and Shannon. And welcome Shan to our family, of course, but she's been a member of our family for a long time now, so this is kind of academic. But also I wanted to say, most importantly right now, is for Rick, Sylvia, and John. This wedding's all on them. And I can't say enough for them doing what they're doing for Kurt and Shannon. So I'd like to have everybody give them an applause for such a great job.
Hey, now you gotta say it in Chinese.
All right. Dad just told me to be good. I'm going to try to. All right. Like I said, if you don't know me, I'm going to have to read from this. I'm going to go ahead and blame the open bar for that. I had it memorized. Now we're going to have to go ahead and read from the list. But I'm Kurt's younger, better-looking brother, Jack. And I'm going to keep this extremely short, not because I don't have a lot to say, but because Shan has controlled every aspect of this wedding, including what I can and cannot say in my speech. So, if anyone is interested, the real speech will be given after all this upstairs at the bar. You'll find me up there. So, I want to thank Shan's parents, Rick, Sylvia, and John, for throwing this party. Obviously, it's a little more high class than the Macaulays are used to. For example, this thing, Big E, this thing is called a napkin. It's right down here. It's not a paper towel, so. No, you'll find no chinette here. Speaking of that, I'm happy to see so many of the Chan clan could make it tonight. Leland Yee and Shrimp Boy were supposed to be here, but they were obviously unavoidably detained. We wish them well. So like I said, I'm Kurt's younger brother. He's 2 years older, and so we were pretty close growing up. We always joked that we should have been twins because we did a lot of the same things at the same time. First Giants games were together. I learned to drive before he did. Random as that sounds, but it's true. So yeah, we were pretty close, but we did have our ups and downs over the years. Matter of fact, he's tried to take me out a few times. First, when I was like 2, he whacked me in the head with a 2x4. In the back of the head. He always goes from the back. He won't attack you straight on. He's that kind of guy. So yeah, he hit me in the head with a 2x4. It was a big mess. Had to go to the hospital. They had to lace it open. Blood was squirting out. They had to get stitches and everything. Several months later, it wasn't even like a year later, it was a couple months later, he cornered me and poured gasoline on me. Gasoline. And I'm pretty sure when my mom finally showed up, wherever she was, she showed up, I'm pretty sure he had a lighter in his hand. So he was trying to finish the job. That raises two questions. What's the matter with Kurt? And where the hell was my mom? All of this. But after all of our troubles, our ups and downs, it looks like he finally realized who the best man is. But in all seriousness, I think we're all really happy for Kurt and Shan. They've been together a long time. I give Shan a hard time, but I think she knows I do admire her for putting up with Kurt. But that's probably the nicest thing I ever said to her. So I'd like to end with a quote. Maybe we can all raise a glass. It's a good quote about marriage. I think it's going to give Kurt an idea of what he's in for. I think he's got a better understanding of this than most people. You know, you'll understand. But marriage is an adventure, like war. So Kurt and Shannon. I'm sure they'll do great things. And before I introduce Catherine, our good friends Gregory and Mario wanted to steal the mic for a second. That's right, Shannon, this wasn't in the script. I just improvised it like 5 minutes ago. She's pissed right now, but they'll keep it short. I think after how tame my speech was, she's not going to get too mad that this is the only thing.
Sorry, Shannon. Sorry for this. Alright, we just want to say thank you. I'm Gregory Grogan. I grew up across the street from Kurt. I've known him, and I have a quick story about Kurt. One time, he tried jumping over the grass hedge that we had over our, separating our neighbor's house from our house. So Kurt tried jumping over it one day. He was the oldest one there. Jumped over it, landed on his back, and he almost passed out. Out of breath. Almost called the ambulance, so it was a good time. So I just want to say thank you for coming. We have so many people here. Everyone loves Kurt and Shannon, so let's just give a round of applause for Kurt and Shannon. Thank you. I'm going to introduce Mario Halte and the Halte family over there. They grew up next door to Kurt. So here's Mario.
Mario! Yeah, Mario!
All right, everybody. Like Gregory was saying, I grew up next to Kurt. I'd say Kurt was probably the leader of the block, as he is the oldest. We all looked up to Kurt. That's why we all love baseball. That's why I got struck out by Kurt because of Kurt. But just to put everything in perspective, Kurt was the leader of the group. He was a good idol for all of us. We all looked up to him. And he taught us the love for baseball. He gave a great impact on our lives. And I just appreciate everything he's done for me. He's looked up, you know, he's been that idol for us, not only for me, but for his brothers, and for the Grogan family. And I couldn't be more blessed to have the McCaulays next door to me and to have them in my life still. I love them to death. They're my family, and when I explain our relationship to other people, I love you too, Mario. And when I explain our relationship to other people, they don't understand how close we are. We are brothers, and we'll always be together for the rest of our lives. But enough of the softness. But Kurt, I will never forgive you for tackling me for stealing your cars when you're younger. I'm gonna get you one day. Don't worry. Let's go.